You know that sin you keep falling into, the one you swear you'll never do again, yet here you are, back in the same cycle. The truth is, your struggle isn't just about willpower or temptation. It's about a hidden battlefield you've ignored, and if you don't confront it, you'll stay trapped forever. The first shocking reason you keep failing is because you're fighting in the flesh instead of the spirit. You're relying on your own strength to resist sin, but Romans 8:6 warns that the mind governed by the flesh is death, while the spirit brings life and peace. You've memorized the verses, you've prayed the prayers, but deep down, you still believe you can fix yourself, and that pride is the very thing keeping you chained. The second reason is even more dangerous. You haven't truly surrendered the root of the sin. You hate the consequences, but secretly, part of you still loves the pleasure, the comfort, or the escape it provides. James 1:14-15 exposes the process. Desire conceives, gives birth to sin, and sin brings death. But you've been treating the symptoms instead of killing the desire. Third, you've underestimated the enemy's strategy. He doesn't just tempt you randomly. He studies your weaknesses, your triggers, your loneliest moments, and he strikes when you're spiritually drowsy, just as 1 Peter 5:8 warns. You think you're failing in the moment of temptation, but the real failure happened hours earlier when you skipped prayer, when you fed your mind with compromise, when you isolated yourself from accountability. You think you're failing in the moment of temptation, but the real failure happened hours earlier when you skipped prayer, when you fed your mind with compromise, when you isolated yourself from accountability. 2 Corinthians 10:4 says your weapons are mighty for pulling down strongholds, not mightier than your sin, but already victorious. Yet you keep picking up broken tools of self-help instead of wielding the sword of the Spirit. The breakthrough comes when you stop seeing your sin as a habit to manage and start seeing it as a lie to demolish. Because every sin is rooted in a belief that God's way isn't enough, that His grace isn't sufficient, that His commands are withholding something good from you. That's the demonic deception Eve fell for in Eden, and it's the same one you're believing now. So here's the challenge. Stop negotiating with sin. Stop confessing it without crushing it. Today, take one radical step, not toward perfection but toward war. Fast from what feeds your weakness. Speak truth to the lie you've believed. Flee like Joseph ran from Potiphar's wife. This isn't about trying harder, it's about surrendering deeper. The cycle ends when you do.